What's up, YouTube? This is Reaper here, and we are in round 3 of Cosmic Crucible versus one of Super Troopers' awesome Cosmic Crucible players. Good guy. I've been chatting with him about this matchup. Rj53Sep, or people just call him RJ. Absolutely nice guy. Absolutely great fight. He put up a really tough score early on and really put the pressure on me to have to do the best I can. You know, he's a level 95 and he's got the teams to match, so it was definitely an upward battle, but you know, we ended up, as you can see from a score perspective, we pulled it off. Luckily for us, I had a little bit of collaboration with Pathfinder. We chatted through some of this, we kind of put our heads together. I ended up making a couple changes to some of his suggestions as I went, and kind of did a little bit more of a Hail Mary. But it was awesome. Like, we go to it right now. So at the moment, we are currently... We're currently sitting at 155 with 1954 from a tribunal rating. With this 3-0 win, that should get me up into the upper 130s. I would assume I'd be somewhere around, you know, this area. So I'm pretty pumped with that result. This is probably one of the highest I've ever been since doing Cosmic Crucible. The season so far has been very fruitful for me, and I'm learning different ways to still beat the teams that are much bigger. So we'll go into it. I mean, he basically had... Here, Hasgard, you know, you can see what I did here is I just did the New Warriors with Spider-Man and Star-Lord, and we brought that in to take him out. Really good efficiency. It was like about a 200k punch-up, not a big problem there. Round 2, I brought in Deathseed versus his 1.2 million YA. It wasn't the cleanest fight, but I still got through it. Decent turn bonus. Round 3, I used Gamma against a 1.3 million skill with a bunch of fortifiers. It was actually a lot more trickier than you'd think. They actually got She-Hulk down pretty quick. It was a little harder to get to Kestrel than you would probably think it would be. And it was just basically just trying to do what I could until he was able to ult. Once he was able to ult, it was over. So, not a bad team. That's something really to consider for defense. Room 4, this was a big surprise. We one-shot his 1.5 million Unlimited X-Men using Tangle Web, Dorm, and Undying. This was really do or die. I knew if I could win this room, it was over. So it was a big deal. So we got through it. We pull off the win. Room 5, we used Eternals, Kestrel, Shang-Chi, and Loki versus their Underworld with Noir. He didn't have Red Skull or Zemo, so felt good about getting ahead of it. Really good efficiency there. And in Room 6, we took our Darkhold, plugged in Doom instead of Scarlet Witch, and we took out the big almost 1.5 Wakanda with M'Baku. It was actually a really clean fight. Doom only lost after he ulted, but everyone else was in great health. Just worked out the perfect RG you can get. It happened. So we're going to go into it. We're actually going to show this fight. And I'm going to kind of talk through it. So I recorded it off stream because my internet didn't work, but you can see here what the power levels look like. I got a pretty decent sized Darkhold myself, so I felt like I had a shot at this. We'll go into it right now. There's a couple delays in it, but you know, we'll talk through it. But I mean, it was a really good war, and I'll show you what they did on defense after this. All right, I'll just keep the camera on because I didn't have it. Lex Lethal, what's up, man? I hope you're doing well. Now you're in the Valheim. You're in our Valheim chat now, and we are recording this live, so sort of recording it live. I'm here talking about it. That's why I'm trying to like. Okay, I can forward it up. So just for the recording processes, we're chilling. I'm just replaying the round 3 right here so people can get an idea, because I meant to do it live earlier and I couldn't. It'll be tomorrow. It's usually the day after they send the email. Not like the next day, but the day after that. So it should be tomorrow. All right, so showing you the fight with Doom Darkhold versus Wakanda. You know, I'm a little bit worried because she got down so quick. So I'm going after Panther, trying to steal some of this stuff off. This basicing here. I'm hoping, I'm looking here, I'm looking there. I'm going to rewind M'Baku because he's got the turn meter. All right. put the taunt there. So what I'm hoping for is the adjacent damage, but I'm also hoping I don't... He's really close at this point. There's the hit there. This is where I got a little worried. I was like, oh my God, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. You know, so I got pretty nervous here. This pulled up here. And then this is where it went in our favor here. So I tried to flip here. I didn't have to do this, but I tried it anyway. It didn't flip. So we went ahead and blew up. All right, and at this point, there goes Doom. Doom's dead from the counters. I went ahead and went the special first just to strip everything. All right. Popped in to get the disrupt on M'Baku and the ability block on Okoye. I went ahead and decided to finish off so he didn't taunt. And then my next target was going to be Black Panther 1 million. But overall, I mean, this went way better than I thought it was going to go, considering the size of the team. But if you think about like what you're saying, Lex, if you think about Kang coming out, Kang or any character, when they give the email that they're coming soon, it's always not the next day, but the day after. It's been consistent, you know, over the last like 15 releases. So I expect it tomorrow, based on what they usually do. And it would make sense Thursday because that's when the movie does come out, or the early showings. All right. So we got that done. We went straight into the UX fight. So here you go, Prince of Peace. You can see exactly how this worked. It got dodgy, man. I was sweating this fight. In my mind, I was already thinking like, all right, what do I do to clean up here? Do I have anything to clean up this? And it worked out pretty well. So I got them all in there. I mean, we're talking here 400, almost 450k punch up. It's wild. If I face somebody else that has a Tingle Web, I'm probably lose this one. It's 6 red, yeah. All right, so even with the immunity and the safeguard, I can't do anything. You know, there's not much I can do. Can't stun. I just went in and got the charges up. And it was just a lot of this cat and mouse in the beginning because I couldn't land anything. They couldn't land anything. Did go after. That was where I got really lucky. Because if she would have went after Weaver, I would have probably lost this fight. So I got super lucky there. I can't get off the taunt. I can't do anything with her. So probably should have this basic there. That's one thing I probably could have done better and maybe bought my time with the special. Maybe could have made this more efficient. So I just basic here. I'm biding my time to try to let all the immunity roll off so I can actually start landing bleeds. See, right here, I'm like, oh, there's no way I'm going to win this. This is too big of a team. Got a couple key misses there. But the entire time, like, Hella was reeling the whole time. Yeah, the Dorm ult definitely kind of brought me back pretty quick. Because they could have easily just went after... There's so many ways this RNG could have gone against me with this fight. They could have killed Dorm early. You know, they could have... Ro could have hit Weaver. I mean, it's honestly the best outcome you can get where... You know, she tried to put the special on a Greg. Didn't actually target Dorm. This puts Dorm in the stealth here. So at this point, I'm a little worried for Hella. All right, we got rid of the evades there. And now the immunity's down, so now I can actually start, like, turning the fight around. But at this point, it doesn't look like we're going to win this fight. It's like everyone's reeling a little bit. Then the tide starts to shift here. Right on the ult. No, this is straight up. No sack. 450k punch up against a level 95 UX. So we're starting to get into like a little mini immunity loop with Weaver. So Weaver starts to go off a little bit more often. I mean, honestly, I got really lucky in this fight, both with the Darkhold fight before and this one here, because those were the only two fights that were going to cost me this whole thing. All right, another big hit there. Like, I really want to get to Gambit here, so I put this out here. Then he goes into stealth, of course, so I still can't get to Gambit, and that's why I'm really concerned in this fight. Is that I can't get to Gambit at all. But I'm not facing small gammas at all, so it's hard to use the straight. So I always use Dorm with Gamma, and I have no problem. But this team was too big to do Dorm Gamma. I don't think I would have gotten through it. So this was a better alternative. This was actually Pathfinder suggested this one. And I think Dorky has used this before, or kind of talked about it. Dorky Dad did. All right, so we got that down. So at this point, Hela's now at full dead, which means Zim is not going to survive much longer. So it's basically Dorm and Weaver. The final two right here. All right. Oh, of course he had the dodge, right? So I missed. So he goes in stealth. All right. I thought he would have just not revived there because it was the basic, right? I was kind of questioning why that was. I was thinking, if I lose because of that, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. Yep. I had put it on auto at this point, as you can tell. I wasn't playing this out. I'm actually not playing this, by the way. This is a replay of what I already did. I just didn't get to do it. Yeah, he ulted again, but it didn't matter. We got it done. All right, so that was the second one. So at this point, I'm like, holy shit, we've got a shot. We have got a shot to win this. I was pretty pumped. I ended up streaming it on our Alliance Discord, and everyone kind of watched it. But that was a super sketchy fight. Like, I bet you I do that 10 times, I lose in 9. All right, so we got some other big teams. So I decided to go ahead and deal with... I'm deciding. I don't know which one to go with. I'm trying to build some confidence here. I'm off a high off that win. It took me a little while to decide. All right, so I decided to go with the Hero Hasgard fight. I mean, this one's pretty standard, right, for everybody. It didn't look like he put level 95 on this team. This was still level 90. Still a big team. A 1.1 mil, Hero Hasgard, still pretty big. So I just brought in the standard new Warriors, Star-Lord with Spider-Man. But the CC gods were with me today. I don't know. This whole week. I didn't drop a room. I was straight 6-0 all 3 rounds. Yeah, BA is on defense. This is a better fight, though. Especially against the bigger ones. It's much more controllable. I mean, it's just... and faster, in my opinion. Sticky special, but Sticky got it from Juicy. I got it from Sticky. Sticky, I think, got it from Juicy. I don't know where Juicy... if Juicy just created it or if he found it from somewhere else. Juicy's got a good mind for this, man. He's got great theory crafting. But yeah, that's a much faster fight. It was like a 25 turn bonus. All right, so I'm at the last 3 rooms. I'm the tension, the sweat is there. No, never. Never use Eternals against Hero Hasgard, ever. Eternals are too good to... when there's other ways you can beat Hero Hasgard just as efficiently, I'd rather use Eternals for a more challenging room. Which I did. Yeah, that's his mark, right? So, got to give the credit there. All right, so here I'm deciding between, do I want to take on the 1.2 slow Underworld because there's no Red Skull Zemo? Or do I take this one? And this one is this is the last sketch one. Number 3 was really... well, he's always been around, but he just started streaming, so we're all super happy for it. We all want him. So make sure you guys sub to Juicy. All right. All right, here we're going to do the Secret Avengers. Nope. Yeah, we ended up doing this. Yeah, we did Secret Avengers Kestrel here. We just went straight into it. Oh, I threw a Hail Mary. Never mind. I'm keeping my own self guessing. I just did the fight. I don't remember it. Okay, so we ended up going Gamma here. And it's I wanted to match the power level. I wanted to make sure I could do something with the fortifier. So that's why I chose to use not Infinity Watch. Because for Infinity Watch, it would have been a 300k punch up. And with all the fortifier and the healing going on, like, Kestrel could honestly have picked me apart with Infinity Watch. So Pathfinder recommended that. I almost did it, and I changed my mind to go Gamma. Because it was a punch across from a Gamma perspective. And all I knew is I needed to bide my time just to get to the ult. And the crazy part is he had Zemo as a fortifier, Fury as a fortifier, and Captain Sam as a fortifier. So every time they were going, just kept spreading stuff. It was pretty annoying. Every time I got Kestrel pretty low, like, it should just kind of came right back up so quick. I tried to stun her to keep her controlled. I was trying to kill her. Once she was down, I knew it was over. But she was the big threat on the board, and I couldn't get to her. You know, so... I'm trying to kill her here. I'm going all in. You can already see She-Hulk's already almost dead. I have YA on defense. And plus, I didn't have to be efficient at this point. Once the UX fight and the Darkhold were down, I didn't care about efficiency. I cared about the win. But as I was saying, Prince, it's a 300k punch up against a full 95 Kestrel. You know, I don't have the biggest Infinity Watch compared to some. But to me, that was too much of a risk that I didn't want to take a chance on. I wanted to make sure I had something I can win. And here I got 4 charges. Like, this is how I looked at the fight. Is I don't need to be more efficient at this point. I just need to win the rest of the rooms. So I deviated from efficiency and went more for the win. So this was a fight that I knew if I got to the ult, it was over. And as you can see here, it's over. I got rid of the last fortifier threat. I'm dealing with Sharon Carter. And this is pretty much over. Still got pretty good health bonus. I only lost 1 character. Pretty solid, right? You like the gauntlets? So that's why I elected to do Gamma here instead of Infinity Watch, because I didn't want to take the risk, you know, with all the fortifiers and the spreading of those buffs if we could do it. All right, this one was a little tricky. Like, normally I do this fight clean. I made some dumb errors in this fight. For a minute there, I thought I was going to lose, but he had such a pretty good size YA that he actually started killing me. Deathseed's the last team I need to do. But I'm, like, to your point, I'm so far from mutant gear. It's just been rough. All right, so I chose not to go after Squirrel Girl here. I went after Miss Marvel, and that might have been the mistake I made. I probably should have tried to get her low enough to kill her. Yeah, I don't buy gear. Like, that's one thing I won't buy. Oh, we're replaying it right now, Juice. We won. We one-shot all 6 rooms. We did it. We did it. But we're showing this is the replay. I had to record it off stream because my internet wouldn't stay up, so... I might have, next time around, maybe I should have ulted here, but I went for the speed, and I got some extra hits on me that got me down a little low. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. This is just, I couldn't do this live, so I'm showing it live, what happened. I recorded it off stream. Spoiler alert, I pulled it out. But you can see how, like, I got really worried about Dark Beast here. So this is what I was most concerned about. I was like, oh man, don't tell me I'm going to lose to something I usually counter. Because normally I beat this, no problem. And I don't know. I think maybe I was sweating it a little bit and I was making some dumb mistakes. So I'm going like, I need to get Bishop out of here. Let's just get bleeds. All right, here we go. This is what I need right here. Here's the ult. Now I have control again and it's over. Yeah, it's been rough. We're having a lot of internet issues locally even. Not just me, it's like the neighborhood. All right, so we got through. Like I said, at this point, we don't need efficiency. I don't care about efficiency. We win if we win every room. All right, so we're down to the last room. So we have Underworld. I felt pretty confident using Eternals, and this is the other reason why I didn't use Eternals in Asgard, is because I saw a juicy way to use this. Oh man, it was best. This is the best Crucible run I've ever had. I've never gone. I went 3-0 against big time players, and I one-shot every room, every round. You know, so literally 18 straight one-shots. It was the best outer body experience I've had. And next week I'll come back down to earth, because that's what happens. You get rolling and then you get punched in the face. Because I went 1-2 last. I went 2-1, 2-1, 1-2, and now 3-0. So this is the first 3-0 round here. But you can see here, thanks to all that, this is pretty simple. Oh, and I'm gonna wail out on Masters of Evil. I'm not falling behind. All right, and then all right, and that was the W right there. So that was the final room. Pretty clean. So I can turn that off here, and we'll get into kind of the results, right? So once again, it was 898 versus 1.1. That was the easy fight. Pretty good efficiency. Actually had decent efficiency here from a turn meter standpoint. And then, I got here, like, I really had some good luck on my side, Juice. I'll show you when I get to room 6. So the Gamma versus the skill team, which you saw, actually not as bad efficiency as you'd think. 14, I guess, for as long as that fight wasn't terrible. This was the shock of the century right here, right? It was Tangle Web, Undying with Dorm in a one-shot against 1.56 million Unlimited. Like, everything that needed to happen in my favor happened. No RNG against me. It worked out, and I still almost lost the fight, but we pulled it out. On 5, you just saw that one just happen, and then on 6, actually clean. Got really lucky. I thought Doom almost got killed, but we got the 1.32 versus the almost 1.5. I have a pretty good sized Darkhold, so it gives me a shot as long as the RNG works in my favor, but everything worked well. So the way it ends up here is, I'm currently at 155 over the Masters 2 threshold. And I'm really on the cusp of getting into the top 100. I'm close. So this is probably one of the highest I've been so far. I think since doing Cosmic Crucible. So I'm pretty pumped. But if you guys liked the video, I apologize it wasn't live, but thanks to internet issues. Luckily, we were able to do the recording off stream and do the dub over. But please consider liking and subscribing. Sub to Juicy, sub to Pathfinder, sub to Sticky. All those guys are always instrumental in chatting with me, talking about a bunch of different things. And that's how we kind of share knowledge with each other as we go through these things. Great guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys later.